Hi all. In this video, we'll see what is virtual warehouse. As part of architecture, okay. This is virtual warehouse. See the second layer, okay. We will discuss on this one regarding. So this architecture is like multi-cluster shared data architecture, right? So shared data regarding I explained as part of that video. But what is multi-cluster? Okay. Today I will show you. Okay, how it will behave. Okay, so before starting this virtual warehouse, okay, so to understand what is easy to install, okay, we have separate video in AWS playlist, okay, complete that one. Yeah, to create warehouse, okay, so log in Snowflake account, okay, so if we come to left side, see there is a warehouse, okay, using the UI or we can use commands also, okay. Now I will show you using the UI how to create the warehouses, okay. Once you complete that one, we'll see how to create the same using the skill commands also, okay. So left hand side last option, okay, is second warehouses. I'm just clicking that one, okay. Here see, by default we have two warehouses. One is compute warehouse, one is Streamlit notebook related warehouse. Okay, this is by default. Okay, so let me duplicate this one. Okay, this is warehouse. This is let me open worksheet. Okay, yeah, we'll create in this tab a warehouse. Okay, in this tab we will check. Okay, now to create the warehouse, just click on plus symbol, the top right, give warehouse. Just I'm giving adapt warehouse. Adapt warehouse. Okay. Now I'm just selecting standard. I will explain what is standard, what is this is standard. We have Snowpark optimized. Okay. You can give comment just to use for so this is just used for urgent and manual reports only. Reports purpose. You can keep like this. Okay. Now I'm selecting small. Okay. Now I'm just create warehouse. Here see two credits per hour. If I select X small, see it is changing 1 credit per hour. If I select medium, see, 4 credits per hour. Okay. So this virtual warehouse, okay, we can create in these sizes. Mm. Okay. First X small, small, medium, large, X large, 2X large. Okay. So indirectly per hour they it will consume 4 credits. Okay. Just measuring the okay this compute resource, okay. So normally we'll measure like anything like kgs, whatever the units, those kind of things. So this right based on sizes, right? They will measure. Okay, we can measure like units power, right? Okay, so they have measure mechanism. Okay, so if you use medium virtual warehouse for 1 hour, they will charge 4 credits. Okay, if you use large warehouse 1 hour, they will charge 8 credits. Okay, now understand like that. Now I'm just selecting small only, 2 credits per hour. Just I'm creating, I'm not touching different options. Let's see. See here, warehouse is created and just started. Okay, now it is running. Okay, if you want, you can check. Go. Okay, here my default warehouse this one. Yeah, now see it in green mode. It is in green mode. You see this one computer warehouse is gray mode. It it is see, it is started green mode. You see it is suspended. Computer. So select add. So once you create, then in worksheet, okay, you can choose this one. Now this is startlet. Just open it. We'll see. I'm just editing. So before edit, again I want to stop here. Okay, I can suspend immediately my warehouse. I don't want this warehouse. I can drop it. Okay, so I want to transfer from this behalf of which user, which role I created. See, this is account admin. Okay, that ownership I can transfer. Okay, this is as part of the roles. Okay, we will discuss. Now just understand this. We can suspend. We can drop also. Now, if you want to edit, again go and edit it. The same. See here. Now see, I didn't give anything. Just I selected right small standard I selected. I just comment I gave. Just warehouse name I gave. That's it, right? Now see, auto resume, auto suspend selected automatically. Okay. Here we didn't select multi-cluster warehouse. Okay. This is 2 credits per hour as this is a small. Okay. Now try to create some tables and try to insert record. Okay. We will see what is auto resume, auto suspend. Okay. So suspended after 5 minutes means inactivity means we'll see. Now this is a warehouse we are trying to use. Okay. Which is small. Okay. Now it is running. To understand auto resume. Okay. I'm just canceling. I'm just stopping this one. This virtual warehouse. I'm just stopping. Suspend me. Just right now. Just I am stopping. Suspend. Yes, suspend. Now it is in suspend. Okay. This is suspended. Now go back here. Still in showing as a green. Why? Because this is UI right. It is showing. Just refresh it. It will show. See. Now it went to the gray mode. Okay. Now what I will do? I will create few tables. Okay. I'm creating student detail. Okay, we have already student detail table. So marks details table I'm creating. Where I'm creating university is the database, college is the schema. Okay, let's take create the replace table where I'm creating university dot college. What is the table name? Like student marks. Okay. Let's give student ID, student class. Okay, student marks. Okay, these are my column. Okay, here what kind of data I'm going to store? Student ID is most number, right? So define data type number. Student class you can specify as numbers only, or else you give combination of alphanumerical means varchar. Okay, student marks number. Okay, now I'm just creating this table. Observe here, it is still in gray mode only. See, my table is created. Warehouse still in gray mode. Okay. Now, now select the data. Let's start from this table. Now, just now we created table. We don't have any records. Okay, right? That let's check it. Okay. No result. Okay. Try to insert the data. Okay. So UI not visible. If you think, just refresh it. Okay. If you come here also, just refresh it. See, still in suspended mode. Okay. So we created. Okay. We selected data also. Okay. Just observe when it will try to utilize warehouse. Okay. Insert into table. Okay. I'm just giving values. If you don't know SQL, okay, just understand. Okay. So we have separate sessions for this SQL. Okay. Basic SQL. Okay. You should follow those videos. Okay. Now, this is simple statements. You can understand. Just I'm creating the table. Okay. And I'm trying to explain when warehouse will run. Okay. Told right. Auto resume. When happens auto resume. Values. I'm just giving like student ID something like 0001 or the class something. Let's take 10 and student mark something like 456 for 600. Okay. Just inserting the data. Now see, warehouse is up and running. See, in green mode. Here also, if you go and check, just replace why I'm replacing this is UI, right? Okay, to reflect from backend it should. Okay, see now warehouse started running. Warehouse started running. Okay, so auto resume, the moment we give work, the moment we give queries, okay, that query is required to store the data or retrieve the data from the database. Okay, then warehouse is required. Okay, simply. Okay, so we are running in the worksheet. In the worksheet, we are running some queries. We are running some queries. Here we created one table. Then we inserted the data, right? The moment we insert the data, what happened? Warehouse is whatever our warehouse, right? Add a warehouse is up and running. Why? Whatever the data I'm trying to insert, that should be inserted where in the university DB. Okay, some schema. Okay, here data should come and insert here means physically. Okay, we need one warehouse, that is Adak warehouse. Okay, so the moment we are giving work to this warehouse will up and run. Okay, automatically. That is auto resume. Okay, then what is see? It's still it is running. Okay, so now we are not giving. We stop. We are not giving any work. Means we are not passing any queries to execute for this warehouse, right? Then it will wait 5 minutes. Okay, it will wait 5 minutes. Okay, why? Because we said 5 minutes, right? Here we give 5 minutes. Suspend after 5 minutes. Okay, last time what we did, manually we suspended. Manually we suspended. But now this time, if you wait 5 minutes, okay, like not giving any queries to this warehouse will wait 5 minutes. After that, still there is no queries to process indirectly. Still there is no work to do. Immediately it will go to suspend mode. That is the meaning of this auto suspend. Okay. So auto resume means automatically resumes the warehouse when any statement that require a warehouse is submitted. Okay. So we are passing statement. Okay. It's not like every statement required is warehouse. If you observed or not, creating table, okay, warehouse didn't run. Initially, I selected data, select star from the table. Okay, for this, it's not like all SQL select statement not required warehouse. But in this case, we don't have any data, right? So warehouse didn't run. Okay, so any statement, any statement requires warehouse. Okay, immediately it will resume. It will auto resume and up, simply it will up and run and execute that query. Okay. So going forward, we'll come to know which statements required virtual warehouse, which statements not required virtual warehouse. Okay. So in this case, what after the 12th statement and the 13th line statement didn't utilize warehouse. Okay. Now, same thing. The moment you hit this 14th statement, insert statement, okay, warehouse, okay, add up and run, right? So, okay, so I believe understand auto resume and auto suspend. Auto suspend automatically suspend the warehouse if inactive. for the specified period of time. Means simply for this warehouse, we are not giving any queries. Okay. Immediately after 5 minutes, it will wait. Still there is no work. It will go to suspend mode automatically. That's what this means. Auto resume, auto suspend. Now, what is multi-cluster warehouse? Okay. Before explain multi-cluster warehouse. Okay. Now, this warehouse, how it will, uh, okay, I will show you in the diagram. Okay. This is like small warehouse, right? Okay. To compute resources. Okay. The moment you create warehouse, okay, default you will get one multi-cluster, sorry, one cluster. Okay. I will show you how what we created one warehouse. What is this ADAC warehouse? ADAC warehouse. What is size? Small. Okay. So the moment you create warehouse, okay, by default, you will get one cluster, one cluster. Okay. How it will create means, okay, ADAC warehouse, right? Now take this is one cluster. By default, I will get one cluster. Okay. Now, as per small, right? Okay, you will get two nodes. Assume two nodes. You will get two nodes in one cluster. This one is cluster one. Okay, so I didn't create multi-cluster warehouse, right? I created only, okay, by default warehouse, that is cluster one. Okay, so you will get like this by default two nodes. What if you size, okay, warehouse size, okay, here is the small. What if I create another warehouse, okay, like some ETL warehouse. Okay, let's create that warehouse. Okay, before that, we'll try to extend the same warehouse. Okay, later we'll take a medium warehouse. We'll explain. Okay, before that, this is by default one cluster, right? Okay, try to extend this default one cluster to some five clusters or two clusters. Okay, or three clusters. Like that, we'll try. Okay, now just here, I'm just selecting multi-cluster warehouse. I'm just editing. See, but it is showing okay some options by default one minimum max is two. Okay, standard policy scaling policy. I will explain what is this standard scaling policy. Okay, now let me select maximum how many we can select. 10 clusters we can select. Okay, I'm just selecting three. Okay, then save. See here I selected multi-cluster. Okay, but I didn't change anything. See, size is still small. Okay, now this is 3, right? Save arrows. So now I have, yeah, I saved this one. Let me again edit and open. Now see, minimum is 1, maximum is 3. Okay, so as I told, this warehouse by default, right? By default, I will get one cluster. Okay. Now I increase it to three, right? Now I increase it to three. Okay. Now minimum is one cluster. Max clusters here is for this warehouse. What is this warehouse? Attack warehouse three. Now cluster one, cluster two also same thing. Cluster two also will get the two nodes. Why two nodes? Two nodes. Why? Based on the size, small. We have third cluster also. We have third cluster also, like two nodes. Nodes under my nodes mean the sense simply machines. Okay, this one third cluster. Okay, so within this warehouse, okay, okay, we can scale up to okay three clusters. Okay, so based on the size, each cluster, okay, nodes will allocate automatically. Okay, if this is the same case, okay, for the medium size medium size medium. Okay, let's go. So here, if you convert this one to medium also, the same arrows, if we convert this one to medium, okay, how allocation will be? Means see medium is 4 credits. Okay, so system will give like assume we have same three clusters, okay, but size is medium. Okay, then in cluster one, okay, you will get like node one, node one, node two, node three, node four. For each cluster, we'll okay, four nodes. Okay, this is cluster one. Like this, cluster two, same, four nodes. Second node, third node, fourth node. This is cluster two. This is cluster three. Like that. If you have 10 clusters, same thing. For each cluster, you get four nodes based on the size. If this is, if your warehouse is size is just x small, will get for each cluster only single node. Assume we have three clusters here. Here also cluster 1, cluster 2. Cluster 2 also single node. Cluster 3 also single node. You will get it. Why? Because this is the small one grade. Okay. Like that we will get it. Okay. So based on the size, okay, if you increase or decrease the cluster, okay, for each clusters based on the size only nodes will be allocated. Okay. Then see we have one more option here. Scaling policy standard economic. Okay, what does it mean? If I select standard, what happens? If I select standard, okay, one person is there here, okay, trying to query in worksheet, okay, from worksheet or from any programming, okay, okay, trying to uh, trigger the queries. It's not like always queries will come from the worksheet, okay, from the program, okay, any program, okay, some Java or Python from anywhere. Okay, the query coming. Okay, standard means okay if uh, if multiple people multiple people are triggering queries. Okay, initially by default the first cluster will assume here is the three clusters, right? This is size small. Initially the first cluster will up and run. Okay, then assume these two nodes not able to handle this cluster one not able to handle whatever the workload. Workload means queries. Okay, then what happens? Immediately, if this is standard mode, I told right, we have two modes. One is standard, one is economic. If this is standard mode, immediately, okay. So in this standard mode, Snowflake intention is okay. It won't queue or like queries. Suppose this this cluster not able to handle queries. If this cluster not up and run indirectly, what happens? The remaining queries which are not handled by the cluster one will be in queue, right? Will be in queue. Okay. So in the standard mode, okay, our Snowflake avoids this queue. Why? Because the moment system identifies, okay, this okay cluster not able to handle all these queries, okay, immediately this second cluster will up and run. Okay, still this cluster also not able to handle query. Okay, queries, queries, whatever the statements. Okay, immediately again third cluster also will up and run. So we set here is maximum three. So based on your configuration, okay, based on the query, okay, queries, next clusters will up and run, keep on. Okay, assume here is the three, right? Three clusters are occupied with all the queries. Still we have in queries. Okay, then those queries will be in queue. Then those queries will be in queue. So in standard mode, okay, based on our configuration, we utilize all the resources. Means simply all the clusters we utilize. Still we have queries. Then only those queries will be in queue. Okay, assume. Assume. Okay, so we are some people are hitting the like queries from the worksheet. Okay, okay, some people are using Python. Okay, using the same warehouse, using the same warehouse. Okay, some queries they are also running. Some people are like some are using the Snowpark they are using. Okay, those people are also writing some queries like this. So many people are working. Okay, all whatever the queries for these people require warehouse also. Okay, whatever they are triggering, right? Each query is required warehouse to process. Okay, when is warehouse is required? The moment you trying to interact with physically, okay, with this database, okay, that moment warehouse is required. Okay, simple. So all queries, right? If you give this the same warehouse, what happens? This warehouse, this is the small, okay, three clusters. Okay, so Immediately first cluster will run up and run. It will take some queries. Okay, still that cluster is not able to handle immediately. What the second cluster will up and run, and immediately third cluster. Okay, if that is standard, if that is standard. Okay, standard in the sense it will avoid, so prevents minimize queuing. It will avoid queue. Okay, it avoids queue means this guy triggered 10 queries. 10 queries will come and come right into the first clusters assume. Okay, this guy triggered some 20 queries. Assume this first cluster is occupied with these 10 queries. Okay, then immediately if second cluster is not up and run, what happens? These queries will be in queue, right? Okay, if the standard policy, Snowflake will not keep these queries as a queue. Immediately it will second cluster will up and run. Okay, then those 20 queries will run it here. Okay, assume this guy is triggering 100 queries. Okay, this second cluster also busy with 20 queries. Okay, then third cluster will up and run, will take these 100 queries. I'm just giving example. It's not like only first cluster will take 10 queries. No, it's based on the process. Okay, so simply assume this 10 queries only this first cluster is able to handle. It's not able to handle further queries. Immediately what happens? Okay, to avoid the queuing, as this is standard policy, right? It will try this standard policy, always try to avoid the queuing. Okay, then immediately next clusters will up to at what level we set, right? Three clusters only, right? All three clusters. Okay, up and running, then still we have queries, then those queries will be in queue. We cannot do anything. Why? Because all resources are okay, working. Okay, there is no scope to take new queries. Okay, then when these queries will be uh, take means these queries will be in queue only. The moment any resource is freed up, then only okay these queries will take and run. Okay, that is standard. Okay, if I select economy, see what happening? Conserves minimize queuing of the sorry conserves credit by running full loaded cluster. Full loaded cluster. So what happens if this is like economy? If assume any uh, economies, it will make sure okay enough queries are available or not. Okay, it will make sure enough queries are available or not. Okay, go to here. Assume if any warehouse is economy. Okay, so as I told, right, if standard means the moment you hit the okay any statement that required warehouse, the first cluster will up and run. Okay, so but economy means it's not like that. Assume this first cluster can handle okay 100 queries. Assume okay even can handle 100 queries. Okay, but still we are giving only one query to process. If this is standard means immediately this warehouse will up and run. But if we use economy, as I told, right, this warehouse can handle 100 queries. Means it will wait for okay uh, workload. Okay, whether have sufficient workload or not. It's not like immediately it will. The moment you use small query, also immediately it won't up and run. It will wait for Okay, uh, enough workload. That is the meaning. That is the meaning. Conserves credit by running full workload. Okay, so immediately, so if you want to check, okay, assume we have one bus. Okay, assume we have one bus. Okay, this bus, assume this is standard. Assume this is standard. Means the moment guy is coming, sitting in the bus, immediately bus will start up, will go. Economy means, okay, this capacity is assume five people. It will wait for the five people. Okay, how many minutes it will wait? It will wait the 6 minutes. Immediately it won't. It won't. Okay, this it won't go. It will wait for the workload. Whether we have proper workload means proper people are occupied or not. Then only bus will go. If that is economic. Okay, it's not like uh, entire day will wait. No, we have time 6 minutes. Like it will wait. Still, we don't have proper workload. Also, it will up and run. Okay, that is the meaning. Okay, so that's all for this video. Okay, tomorrow I will show you the documentation and remaining uh, some point as a part two. Okay, so try to understand. Okay, tomorrow I will explain one more time. Okay, okay, that's all for this video.